Today's Best Country. 97.9 Kick FM. Michael Rose live from Country Lake Shake Festival in Chicago with special guests from the group Delta Ray. I've got Liz Hopkins and Brittany. Now, you got to help me with the name here.
It's just as it looks, Holges.
Holges, okay. So I have a Mexican background, so I'm looking at this. Holges?
Yes, I know. Double L and a J.
I wasn't sure how that. And you've got three people with from the same family in there.
Yes.
Tell us about how the band got started. Originally, it was just the four of you. It was the two of you plus two of your brothers, correct?
Yes, exactly. Right. So my older brothers have been writing songs since they were 10 and 12 years old. And we met Liz right around that age. And so Liz has been our childhood friend over 20 years. We've known her. And so when we all were graduating from school, it was actually during the financial crisis. So we were pretty sure we weren't going to get jobs anyway. So we thought, let's just start this band, which had always been kind of a dream. And we all moved.
What will make us a lot of money? Let's be musicians.
Yeah, that's what they always say, right? So we're still waiting for that. But we moved into a house in the middle of the woods in North Carolina, and we just started singing together. We started singing the songs that my brothers had written.
Good. Now, Mike McKee and Grant Emerson, drums and bass, they came into the band a little bit later. How did you guys run into those guys?
We met them about a year after we had formed the quartet, and actually Eric was in a different group before. He was playing at a frat party, and Mike McKee was actually running sound.
So very multi-talented. Now Mike is our drummer, but he gave Eric a business card, and Eric held on to it for 2 years without doing anything with it, and then gave him a call when we started this band. So Eric's very organized. Mike is multi-talented. And honestly, Mike and Grant are really the southern heartbeat of this band. They were born and raised in North Carolina.
How long?
We called Mike up, and then he knew Grant. Grant brought him in, and as soon as we heard the six, we knew that was the band.
Good. How long did it take the two of you? You got your childhood friend, but how long did it take the two of you to realize that you can harmonize well together?
We've been harmonizing since, probably since I learned to harmonize, which was in, middle school.
Middle school? Mm-hmm. Good. There's a crazy story on how the name Delta Ray, how the band got named. Tell us about that.
Well, when we were all living in this house and just forming the band, we were coming up with a lot of bad names for this, and that is one of the hardest things. I don't feel like bands really talk about it, but you go through a lot of bad ones before you come on the right one. And the thing for us was we're a family band, so we were trying to find something that really meant something deeply for us. And my mom is a writer, and she has been telling us this story about a girl from the South who awakens the Greek gods and calls them back to earth to save her family. And so we were like, well, it's sort of magical and it's very Southern. And right around the time that we started the band, my mom was like, I've got her name down. It's going to be Delta Ray. And we said, that sounds about right. Can we borrow this? So we joke with our mom that we're just on a long book tour. This whole band thing is just to advertise her book, which she's currently writing. So,
with there being three family members and a longtime friend, and then Mike and Grant added to the mix, is there a leader of the group, or is it more of a collective?
I mean, you might be looking at the leader right here.
The one with the hat.
Yeah, the one with the hat. Everyone has different strengths in the band, but I mean, Ian and Eric have been the creative leaders since the inception of the band. A lot of people are starting to write now. Brittany is actually a wonderful songwriter as well, and she's starting to throw songs into the mix as well. She handles all of our social media and is incredible at it. So I would really point to her as the leader.
Wow, that's just very sweet and kind. I feel like Liz and I are the yin and the yang. So we lead in the light and the dark front of this sort of Southern storytelling.
So Liz, where's your white hat?
Where's my what?
Your white hat.
Oh, my white hat.
I've got to be the yin and the yang. You might as well. Yeah.
I guess I just considered not having a hat to be the yang to Brittany being the yin with a hat. Yeah. I don't know. I've got a lot of hair. I don't know about fitting it under a big hat, but I'll consider it. I'll start looking.
You should look into it.
There you go. A couple of EPs came out last year. The Blackbird Sessions, which is a few songs that you guys recorded out at the Blackbird Studios in Nashville, and then another EP called A Long and Happy Life. I got to tell you, I listened to that last night. That song rocks. I love that title cut. I'm listening to them like, that's the hit. Is there is there a chance that you guys are going to combine the two into a larger album to come out later this year, or any other projects that you've got coming?
It's so funny that you mentioned that, because we've talked about doing a dual-sided vinyl with the two, like an A side and a B side, with A Long and Happy Life on the A and Blackbird Sessions on the B. I mean, it already has the A and the B.
Or it could be A Long and Happy / Blackbird.
Right. Yeah, exactly. A Long and Happy Blackbird. And it doesn't really make sense, but you get it.
But yes, you see, I get it. And those that know Delta Ray would probably get that so well.
Yeah, so we're kind of stuck between two worlds. Like, we're very old school. We love just playing our instruments, singing for real. Like, we don't have any tracks or anything going on behind us.
No tricks.
And we love vinyl. And then we also are really on the cutting edge. We want to just be, releasing singles, getting our music to our fans as quickly as possible. So we're kind of caught in between those two worlds right now. And so more than putting those EPs together, we're thinking about putting out a bunch of new stuff in an innovative way.
But the important thing is, are you having fun?
We're having the most fun.
There you go.
You will never see a band having more fun on stage than Delta Ray. I can guarantee you that.
Well, you guys are going to be up on stage at about 5:35 according to my schedule, so I'll have to take a walk over there and check that out.
Hope you will.
But
Please do.
One thing before I let you guys go, I noticed on the website you guys have a thing called Tickets for Teachers, where you can nominate a teacher. Tell me a little bit how that came about.
We do. It was Brittany's idea, and we've been doing it for about 2 years now. We give free tickets away to teachers in every single place that we play, including here at Lake Shake. And people nominate themselves or their favorite teacher through Instagram, our website, Twitter, or Facebook. I've been reading all of the submissions. Educators are selfless, incredible angels that walk the earth, and we're very aware that we wouldn't be a band if it hadn't been for the mentors and the teachers who encouraged us growing up. I was raised by a teacher who then became a school principal, and she's tough as nails, and we just think they deserve a lot more gratitude than what they get. So even today, we awarded a free pass to a woman who's been teaching science for 25 years.
Oh my goodness.
Her name's Carlene, and she just retired this year. So this is like her last year teaching, and she's kind of celebrating by coming to the festival. So
well, you know what? No matter what your walk of life is, in the back of your mind, there's one teacher that always stands out. There's always one teacher.
100%.
Mr. Randazzo. I had him for 5th and 7th grade here in Chicago, and I still see little posts. He's not a friend. He was not a friend of any of us, but some of the people I graduated with are, they kind of post things because they still live in the neighborhood. So it's always nice to see what's happening with Mr. Randazzo.
It's incredible. I mean, they show up early, they leave late, and they're certainly not doing it for the money. They're doing it because they love children. So.
Absolutely. We've got Liz Hopkins and Brittany Holges from Delta Ray here. They're going to be up on the stage, the Next from Nashville stage, about 5:35 this evening. If somebody wanted more information about the Tickets for Teachers, where can they go?
Just go to deltaray.com. That's deltarae.com, and that's the first thing you'll see when it pops up, and you can submit there. Also, we really encourage people to follow us on Instagram. It's just at Delta Ray. That's where all of the new and exciting news comes at you, and you can nominate people there. Just find our Tickets for Teachers post and make a comment.
And you can catch some of your songs on Spotify, too.
Absolutely. We're on Spotify, we're on iTunes, and we're on YouTube. We've got some cool music videos if people want to check them out.
Okay. Got to check that. See, when I get back to the hotel room
Check it out. You want to see what I look like as a blonde? We have a video up there where where we're both completely in disguise.
Yep. We'll leave it at that. Mysterious.
Okay. Liz Hopkins, Brittany Holges from Delta Ray, thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to come see me. And I'll have to take a walk down to the stage and see you guys perform.
Yes, please do. And thank you so much for having us. Happy Lake Shake to all.
Yes, happy Lake Shake to you. More of today's Best Country on the way. 97.9 Kick FM.